There is a lot to discuss here with something that's pretty unprecedented that I don't think I've ever seen in the boxing world. And we'll ask DJ here in a minute, though. But to set the table up here on DAZN as well, we've got Eddie Hearn's Matchroom going 5 versus 5 against Frank Warren's Queensberry Promotions. Something unprecedented where both promotions will have 5 boxers that will be going at it in a very, very unique style of scoring. The breakdown of the format here between these 5 contests will be 0 points for a draw, 1 point for a win, 2 points for a knockout or a stoppage, and then the captains will get double bonus points. It kind of feels like a daily fantasy type of meets like war games in the WWE in this situation. DJ, have you ever seen something similar to this? Because I've never seen it. It feels unprecedented.
Never in boxing, especially when you see 2 promoters coming together and doing it, right? Because
2 promoters that never talk to each other.
Exactly, yeah.
It's crazy.
So for people out there who don't understand how boxing works, you have a promoter, and a promoter has a long staple, a big staple of fighters that fight underneath him. And then typically that promoter wants to keep all the fighters under his promotion to basically put the event on the zone. But now you're having 2 promoters come together with their staple of fighters, doing a matchup, 5 versus 5. Captains, there's points, a draw, 0 points. And then in the end, the captains will fight and they get 2 points. It's never been done before, and especially in boxing. Boxing is usually like, hey, we have a card, there's gonna be 8 fights. Here it is. And I think it's going to be exciting to watch because, like I said, I've seen it one time in mixed martial arts, and it was a long, drawn-out season. But I think them packaging this way, undercard, 5 versus 5, one promoter versus other promoter, I love it.
What do you think of the format? Is this something you feel like can catch on in boxing? Are you interested by it?
It's cool because it makes it a team sport when it never has been a team sport in a way, you know? So just something like new and exciting. And I feel like maybe even for the casual fan, it's like, maybe I don't know everyone who was fighting, but I know a couple of these on this team, and that's who I'm going to, root for in this night of boxing. Yeah.
Do you think something like this can expand where you've got 2 promotion heads here, but like, say, could you do like country versus country? Would that be appealing?
For sure.
In other ways in terms of the appeal?
I mean, it could expand to celebrities, where celebrities are picking their teams. All of these guys have friendships with different celebrities and things. I think there's a lot of different genres that it could branch out into. And we'll see, obviously, how the first one goes and how the fans like it, if there's any feedback. There's going to be feedback on social media. 100%. We know how this goes.
Yep.
So we'll see, what that sounds like. But it sounds cool. I mean, at first glance, it sounds really cool.
Because boxing's never been a team sport. So
no.
As you mentioned, like the fact, this almost feels in some ways also thrown in like Olympics. Where we talk about like team gymnastics, and rooting for Team USA and everyone to perform all at once, and knowing that everyone has something on the line here.
Right.
This kind of has that same sentiment here.
And maybe there's a little bit more pressure on the fighters because you not just have your own team that you want to, elevate and win for, but you have like your own immediate team that you would in any other match, but you have 4 other guys and their teams that you want to help to elevate. So we'll see how it goes.
I think like Mitchell said, it's just scratching the surface, right? Because right now it's Eddie Hearns, he's the one promoter, and the other promoter, Frank Warren, you have those guys. And you also have, there's so many other promoters out there. You have Oscar De La Hoya, who could bring in, Go-To Boy Promotion, bring like 5 of his best fighters. Then you got Floyd Mayweather, the money team. I mean, the list just goes on the line.
That just feels like a natural rivalry right there.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah.
Oscar De La Hoya is taking on Floyd Mayweather's team. Floyd Mayweather and Oscar De La Hoya have fought before. I don't know if Manny Pacquiao is a promoter, but I'm sure he's got a whole list of athletes under him if he was a promoter. So I think, obviously they're going to see how it goes, the first one. And if it does very well, I'm up to watching more of that.
We're looking at 5 different fights here in the situation, and we'll focus on one of them in particular here on this undercard. It's Zheli Zhang, Chinese boxer, 26-2-1, 21 knockouts, 40 years old going into this fight, versus Deontay Wilder, 38 years old at this point here. He's been talking about how this could potentially be his last dance at 43-3-1 with 42 knockouts, but he has been knocked out twice as well in this situation. With Wilder, I feel like obviously very prominent name in the situation. We know he's a one-trick pony in this situation, but how much is at stake here for Wilder in this fight?
It's crazy because, a couple moons ago, a couple years ago, Deontay Wilder was probably one of the scariest boxers on the planet Earth because he would just touch people and they would go to sleep. I mean, you talk about the sheer, like, power he possessed in his hands.
Whoever wins this maybe has a shot at another title bout here in this situation. When you look at Zhang, and I mean, he's 40 years old as well, but I mean, impressive 21 knockouts and 26-2 and 1 record in the situation here. I mean, the winner of this is going to have maybe one last chance to kind of have that leverage to have another prize fight.
Yeah, well, what they're already saying right now, they're basically setting this fight up. The winner of this is going to fight the winner of Usyk versus Tyson Fury, which is another amazing matchup.
But you got Joshua as well. So like,
you got Joshua as well. So you have, you know, right now, this is probably the best time boxing. The heavyweight division has been very, very exciting, right? Because you got Anthony Joshua, he's waiting in the ring for the winner of Usyk versus Tyson Fury. And then also you have the winner of this, potentially a Zhang versus Deontay Wilder, can step in and fight Anthony Joshua or fight these guys. We've already seen Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. Can he get redemption or revenge against Tyson Fury? Or will we have a newcomer coming into the space of the heavyweight division, Zhang taking on Tyson Fury or Usyk or Anthony Joshua? So it's a very interesting matchup right now, what's going on, especially with this 5 versus 5, how it can play out.
Yeah. Is there, I'm guessing we're rooting for Wilder. I didn't watch the reality show, so did that get you more emotionally invested in his personal pathway that he's been on, that you want him to win this?
Yeah, especially hearing that he thinks he's at the tail end of his career. I feel like if I were in his position, I would want to go out on a dub. So, you know, if this is the last one, like, let's, you know, go out on top.